fumbled the football away 3 times and a turnover on downs as well. First down Winnipeg at the 21 to start the 4th. Chad Simpson. And Simpson has 6. And it's like Brandon Boudreau on the limp after that play for the Tiger Cats.
The guy who's been on the limp has been Chad Simpson. He's been playing with an injured foot, not practicing a whole bunch during the work week, and then getting the full load of plays in the game.
So 2nd and 4. Simpson with a stutter step, and he'll have the first down at the 10.
Well, that had to be something that he felt as this game has gone on, because it looked like that play was designed to take him just off the left side of center, Justin Sorensen, and really take it right about here on the play. But watch how he steals the ball and heads off in this direction, almost like he's worked this out on his own. Plants his feet there, takes it back the opposite way, and he's got a couple of pulling linemen out in front of him.
Murillo the tackle. The ball just outside the 10. The Bombers can still make a first down without scoring. Simpson was 60 yards on the ground now. And they call the draw to Simpson. Nothing there. He gets buried by the middle linebacker, Ray Williams, on the scene. Winnipeg has not led by more than 4 in any game all season long. And Casey Crean and the defense trying to prevent them from taking a 7-point lead here early in the 4th quarter.
There's that area of the field where Chris Matthews, with his great height, you could just throw the football up to him if you're Joey Elliott.
Second and a dozen, pressure. There's Matthews. It's a touchdown. A touchdown pass for Joey Elliott, and Chris Matthews has his 5th of the year, and the Bombers have their biggest lead of the year.
Well, throw it up to him or just throw it straight to him. Ryan Hines tries to jump it, but is too far inside and has a poor angle, and that costs him.
Over 100 for Matthews on the night with his 6th catch. And they're chanting Joey here at Canada. It's a 7-point Winnipeg lead. First time they've been up in the game.
Professionals, we salute you. The ones who take on many roles to get every job done the right way. The professional workhorses. The professional earth movers. The professional power generators. So if you're the type that wants to do everything like a professional, then stop driving an amateur's truck. The GMC Sierra HD. We are professional grade.
Can I get 2 tickets?
Oh, don't worry about it. You don't have to pay. Enjoy your show.
What?
It's free.
Why? You know why these tickets are free?
Here you go. Absolutely free.
Stop doing this. Seriously. It's free.
Tell you what.
Awesome.
You're welcome.
With the Scotiabank Scene debit card, you may never pay for a movie again. Sign up now and get up to 4 free movies to start. You're richer than you think. Scotiabank.
Baconator, medium fries, Coke, hot, hot, hot.
Wendy's Kick for $1 million is back. Pick up a Wendy's combo and you could win instant prizes, including 1 of 3 Nissan Sentra SRs, gift cards from the source, Reebok CFL prize packs, and Wendy's gift cards and food prizes. Plus, get bonus entries for a chance to kick for over $1 million in prizing. Get a Wendy's combo today for your chance to win.
Offensive coordinator Glenn Suter said he should be the target. They didn't use the size mismatch, but it worked nonetheless, didn't it?
But you know what, Chris? It's a read route. And if Ryan Hines plays up in press position on Chris Matthews there, then they do throw it up to him on the fade and use his height advantage. And if he plays off him, like he did on the touchdown, then they throw that hitch to him and see if Matthews can win the one-on-one in the open field.
Line drives, splits between Andrea Jones and Chiguer, and he'll concede a single point. Now it's an 8-point lead.
So we'll show you, and I'll show you the options they have. If Hines plays right here, then what they try and do is throw that fade route. If he plays off like he is on this play, then they throw the hitch route. It's wherever that corner lines up, and then Ryan Hines makes it easier because he takes such a poor inside angle. He's got to go to that upfield shoulder, not inside at the football. If you watch the quarterback down on the goal line, you have the best ticket in the house to a touchdown by the opposition.
Well, Henry Burris has lots of time, over 12 minutes to go. Let's see if the veteran quarterback can put things back together. And look for Williams, nothing doing. Javon Johnson there on the coverage. How about Enoch Mwamba's night?
Well, he's really been the player that's turned things. Chris Williams had the big return, infield goal position. He strips the ball there, makes a tackle on the special teams on the very next punt, and then the play following that tackle strips Henry Burris. He's been all over the field on both the teams. Played well on defense in his first start in the middle, and he's turned this game.
And now it's a Hornets nest here, 2nd and 10. Pressure on, Burris for Andrea Jones, who's got it. Let's see where forward progress is given. Be about, well, to be close to a first down, about a yard short. George Cortez has been stopped on a 3rd down gamble tonight. What's he do here?
Not many quarterbacks can make that throw. I know it was the short side of the field, but Henry Burris was in full retreat mode because of the blitz from Winnipeg, and he still strong-armed it to the sideline, got it there, and Cortez going to kick it away.
Yes, and I think the Bombers were expecting a gamble. They left the defense out, and the punt return team had to scramble onto the field. Flag down, Bartell with the boot, and here's Damon Washington. There are flags on the play. And Washington not going anywhere, but a lot of movement along the line, and the Bombers were indicating somebody might have flinched on that Hamilton line. Wait and find out what the call is from Kim Murphy. And it looks like
illegal procedure, illegal formation, Hamilton, a penalty is declined. First down, Winnipeg.
CFL on TSN is brought to you by GMC Sierra. We are professional grade.
Well, there's no question in my mind, Chris, that George Cortez decided not to gamble there because of what happened on the last time he tried to on 3rd down. It was about a yard that time. It was inside of a yard on this one right here. The time Quentin Porter was stopped, it was a full yard.
And all the momentum going the other way right now. Here's Denmark, who had a little trouble hanging on, and Tisdale makes the quick stop. Let's check back in with Sarah Orlesky.
Chris, so often when the defense comes off, defensive coordinator Casey Crean goes over and speaks to the front 7 immediately. This time, though, it was middle linebacker Ray Williams who called the group together. He made it clear to Crean that he wanted to say something. He was very animated with it. Frustrations are getting very high over here with this defense. And the gist of what he said, or at least of what I can repeat on air, was that it was time for this defense to, in his words, man up.
Well, last week they were on the field for 13 minutes in the 4th quarter. Couldn't stop Calgary. There's a pass from Matthews, who got held up a little by Tisdale. The Bomber bench reacts, but there are no flags, and it will be a punt situation for Winnipeg.
Jeff Tisdale heard the message from his teammate Ray Williams. Sarah just talked about, played physical on Chris Williams. Now you be the judge if there was pass interference or not. But we've seen a little pushing and shoving, a little double move there. Contact just before the ball was thrown.
Renault really got into that one, and it bounces down about the 13-yard line. Williams will pick it up. There'll be the 5-yard no yards penalty, but that's a 67-yard boot by Mike Renault. 15-yard no yards. A little surprised by that. The Ticats will take it. The 29-yard line. And the handoff to Darryl Stevenson again. No Siobhan Walker in the second half.
I wondered if it was going to be an interference penalty on the kick, and that was why it was 15 yards, but I don't think it was interference. Chris Williams goes to pick up the bouncing ball. Now that would normally be a 5-yard no yards penalty, but by the discretion of the officials, if they think you're not even attempting to get out of the 5-yard area, then they can call that 15-yarder. I think that's what happened there.
Second and 6. Burris looking to the near side, incomplete, intended for Aaron Kelly. And Alex Suber back in that secondary was in tight coverage. Paul Lapalese mentioned earlier in the week that he felt Suber was a guy that could calm down the secondary.
You get Ian Logan back in the middle. He's the quarterback back there at the safety spot, get everyone lined up right. Alex Suber, the veteran, beside him.
Good boot by Bartell. Devon Washington driven back to his 30. And he'll step out just beyond the 35-yard line. Well, CFL on TSN. Wendy's Friday Night Football continues tomorrow. It's the Montreal Alouettes making the trip to Edmonton to take on the Eskimos. Live coverage gets underway 8:30 Eastern, 5:30 Pacific on TSN. TSN Mobile TV. We'll see Corey Boyd in his first game as an Eskimo, and we're told we will not see Jamel Richardson.
He's banged up and a bit of a hamstring in practice. 12 to 15 plays for Corey Boyd, not necessarily all running plays according to Kavis Reed.
And what we have seen tonight is Joey Elliott taking charge. 346 yards on the ground, and Chad Simpson carrying tacklers, and finally Boudreau will wrestle him down. But forward progress out around the 40-yard line.
Yeah, that's been the combination. In the first half, as Joey Elliott was trying to find his way in his first start this year, the Hamilton defense did a nice job against Chad Simpson, so we weren't getting much success on first down, making it a little more difficult for Joey Elliott. Second half, been more Chad Simpson, more success running. That little dump pass, getting him out of the backfield a little bit and throwing it to him, and that's opened things up for Elliott.
Bomber season high, 346 yards so far for Elliott. Through the air, looking for more, over the middle, and incomplete, nearly picked off by Ray Williams. And on the tip, it was nearly caught by Corey Watson.
Second time a Hamilton linebacker has had an interception in his hands and dropped it. It was Jamal Johnson in the first half. One comes to mind right down the goal line. He steps right in front of one and may have gone the distance with that. Ryan Hines had a shot at one right in his hands. And then Ray Williams.
Short punt, and Chris Williams running up to get that. There'll be more no yards. Penalty yardage tacked on. Just a 23-yard boot. Ticats good field position. 13 yards on the punt as it hits the long snapper Chris Svetkovic in the helmet.
Svetkovic is trying to gauge his coverage on what Chris Williams is doing. He can't look back to the football. Hit him right in the back of the helmet. And good field position for the Tiger Cats.
A lot of time left. Just under 8 minutes. They start on the Winnipeg side of half, and Burris gets the Bombers to jump. Although Brandon Collier said somebody moved, and we'll let the officials establish who the guilty party is.
He's going against Winnipeg.
Offside. Winnipeg number 92. 5-yard penalty remains first down.
It's one area the Ticats have cleaned up. They have had 25 offside or procedures, 15 in the last 3 games, but it hasn't been an issue tonight. So it's been a much different second half for Henry Burris. But time to change it. 1st and 5. It's one way and look out, another fumble. Picked up. And Brian Turner's got the football. 3rd fumble by Burris on the night.
When you think of the fumbles, I've talked about Hamilton, you know, really hurting themselves in these situations, but really important to give credit to the Bombers for their backside hustle, because in 3 of the 4 for sure, it's been players that have gone wide or been missed or missed their man initially, but continued to hustle and come back from the backside and cause the fumble from behind.
Alex Hall with his 4th sack on the season. Joey Elliott trying to make Hamilton pay again. And looks for Matthews, incomplete. The Bombers have 17 points off turnovers in this game. Coming into this game through 6 games, only 16 points off turnovers. So it's been a big difference tonight.
Plus 15 at this time last year, and 5-1. They were -8 coming into the game. They win the turnover battle. They're back on top on the scoreboard.
Hall had a couple of sacks in the last game against Montreal. Seems to be getting better by the week. 2nd and 10. Elliott steps up. Open man, Edwards. And see what the ruling is. Some of the Ticats said it bounced, but now they want to challenge. Ruling a catch for Edwards. And the Ticat defense looks to George Cortez to throw the challenge flag, and out it comes.
Yeah, D. Webb immediately turned and was waving his arms, suggesting it was incomplete.
Should get a good view of it here.
Joey Elliott, who's settled into that role, starting quarterback as this game has gone on, has played better. That one a little bit low.
Looks like that pops up.
It looked like it bounced up off the turf.
Hamilton is challenging the ruling on a field of a completed pass. We'll review the play.
Terrence Edwards looking at the replay clock here to see.
A guilty smile on his face. I tried.
All right, he said. You got me.
Hand is in the cookie jar. Tougher angle, that one. If that was all they had, it
might not
be enough to overturn it. But
yeah, I agree.
That end zone look appeared that the ball did skip. The fans here in the stadium just seeing the replay we just showed you and have some hope, but boy, how often though do you see a game where one team looks like they're going to run away with it, and then they start making mistakes, and it all starts to come unglued, and that's been the case here tonight. This one could have been easily in George Cortez's controls in the first half, but
yeah. Well, it'll be one of those could have, would haves if they can't find a way to come back and win this game, and they'll look at all the turnovers, the missed opportunities. I guess the question here and why it's taking a little bit longer, and maybe it is closer than we are suggesting, Chris, because
the ball does pop up, but maybe it pops up off the hand, so you're right.
Off his hands. I mean, does that come up off his hands?
The ruling on the field is now an incomplete forward pass.
Overturn it.
It'll be 3rd down on the 53-yard line.
So it is 3rd down, and the kick team comes on with Mike Renaud. Bombers' next 3 games against the West. BC back-to-back with Saskatchewan. Their next Eastern game is against the Hamilton Ticats on September 21st. George Cortez in the midst of a stretch against the East with Winnipeg here, and then at Montreal, home and home, Labor Day and the following week against the Argos.
Well, lots of football here left. Over 6 minutes for the Hamilton Tiger Cats. Maybe you have Chris Williams receiving a punt. Got a chance to break it.
Great angling punt. And this one will no return. That's a spectacular kick into the corner. 50 yards. And for the 4th time this year, Renault nails it inside the 10.
Well, absolutely perfect kick. And you've got now the Hamilton offense. Got to go the length of the field.
And have to hold on to the football.
And don't have Siobhan Walker, and haven't for the entire second half. Sarah Orleski saying earlier on that he has a hip.
Takes off again and holds on to the football up at the 10-yard line.
You see him with both arms this time. As soon as Henry Burris feeling any kind of contact, he's got both hands wrapped around the football.
Gets 7, 2nd and 3. Trying to dig himself out of a hole and work on that 8-point Bomber lead.
Chris Williams in this case has been working on the short side against Javon Johnson and running a lot of those quick slants.
To the wide side for Stella. Got it. And a big first down for the Tiger Cats as he gets pushed out at the 21-yard line. Stella started the evening as a focal point in the offense and has a first catch of the second half, I believe.
Big one. It gives the Hamilton Tiger Cats a new set of downs. And with Andy Fantuz not in the lineup tonight, they move Samuel Jaguar in at slot. They move Dave Stella out to that wide side wide receiver. Big catch in that game right there for him.
Jaguar with 1 catch on the night. First pressure again, steps up, got Chris Williams wide open, in flight, and it's a touchdown, his 3rd of the game. As fast as anybody in the league, and Chris Williams goes 84 yards for the touchdown.
And the assist goes to Daryl Stevenson, who picked